Tubing and lubing and dubing. We're live. All right. We are back for a brand new episode of Rambling Red Shirts. As you know, that's what we do sometimes, is we ramble on about random stuff. What's that random stuff is? Well, it's not really random. We actually plan everything out. But, you know, lots of cool stuff that we're here to talk
Tangents.
about. It's accurate.
I mean, that's
Right.
the thing about rambling, though, is it's rarely do you plan on rambling. It just kind of happens.
Very true. Very true. Oh.
There we go. Now I'm here. Now you guys can hear me. Now you guys, they could hear you. They couldn't hear me.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we got another episode, though, here with lots of cool stuff to talk about.
Yes.
We have a lot planned, so I think there's no better way than to just go ahead and get on into it with our very first usual segment of Picks of the Week. Oh, well, wait. Do we have anything else that we want to cover, Redshirt-wise? I don't think... yes. Yeah. I'm streaming on Twitch, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing stuff on our Twitch. I beat Legend of Zal on there and, what, 3 streams?
We should download
really
those. Did you download those so that you can, edit it if you want to?
I don't see me editing it.
Okay, that's fine. No, if it's not that kind of... Well, we'll talk behind the scenes stuff. We'll talk about later.
Ring-a-ding-dingus, exactly, Matthew.
Yes.
But yeah. But I mean, I've mentioned in the Discord, but I don't know what the next game I'm streaming. I don't know when, because it kind of just depends on timing.
Mm-hmm.
And next kind of, I don't know, busy, life stuff. But I will be back for, at least for my next solo stream, will be for another Crab's Treasure. So that's going to be really fun to check out. Griffin's been streaming it. Shout out to was it on Twitch? Is it Spelling is Optional, I think?
Yes.
This is Twitch. So shout out to him. They're playing that. Go give him some love. He's a great friend of the channel. But yeah. And so, well, I've been doing streaming stuff there, and I'll be doing other streaming stuff, but stay tuned till the end for what all that is.
Yeah. And then also, I think we should announce it since I changed my pick of the week. We are trying to with all this Fallout hype. We do have, and we have done before, a Fallout tabletop RPG campaign. So we are looking for players for that.
We are.
If you're watching on the replay, I figured I'd do this now since people watch on the replay don't necessarily get much farther than this.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
There you go. Exactly. No, I'll say this. I have a very fun story idea for this, as we decided that I would DM it because I was like, hey, I have a story idea. I thought about it a little bit. I was like, yeah, I'll DM this story idea. So.
Excellent.
But yeah, it'll be cool. But yeah, that does it for general Redshirt stuff.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
I don't think there's any other general Redshirt stuff right now.
Now for our
picks
main
of the week.
Stuff, pick of the week. Picks of the week, Gio.
Regularly scheduled program.
Regularly scheduled programming. What is your pick of the week, Gio, as you are first up here?
My pick of the week this week is a new game from Vanillaware, and it goes by the name of Unicorn Overlord. So if you're not familiar, first of all, with Vanillaware, they were known for Odin Sphere, Dragon's Crown, 13 Sentinels, just to name a few. And this game is published by Atlas, who they've worked with over the years. Essentially, this game... Oh, I guess I should say first and foremost that it's out on all the major platforms: Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series. So essentially what the game is, it's a throwback to the strategy RPG or tactical RPG games from, I would say, the 90s and 2000s. So we're talking about games like Ogre Battle, Fire Emblem, even Shining Force. So stuff like that.
Some Might and Magic games were like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that kind of have that similar play style. But this one has some modern design considerations, so it's not just, you know, it's more than what we were used. It's not just a remake of one of those games. Let's put it that way. The first thing that stood out to me about this game was the graphics. It has some beautiful high resolution sprites and backgrounds, and it's just an absolute joy to look at. It's got a kind of an anime visual style, but it's something I've been wanting for a long time, was a game with those high resolution sprites like that. Something I've been wanting ever since, you know, from the RPGs on the Super Nintendo. And so to see it come to life in a game like this it's just a absolute joy. And they have like modern lighting effects that combine well with that 2D art style as well. So really great visuals. The soundtrack is excellent as well. Totally fits the vibe and the scale of the game. A kind of grand orchestral kind of soundtrack.
Heard great things about the music.
Yeah, it's one of those soundtracks I'll definitely be listening to beyond just inside the game. It even had, like, for a Japanese developed game, the English voice acting was good. I enjoyed the job they did on there. There's some recognizable voices. Can't particularly remember any off the top of my head, but as far as the English voice acting, like, I didn't find a need to go Japanese with some of the games if the voice acting in the past has been so bad that you're just like, oh god, I'm not even going to bother with this. But no, they did a good job. I guess I'll skip past some of the stuff here because I kind of had this written down for like a full review of the game, but I don't need to go into all the nitty gritty details. I guess one thing I should point out in terms of I was just mentioning the voice acting. The localization they did was a bit odd. They kind of changed the dialogue in an attempt to make the game feel a bit more medieval. But it kind of made the dialogue sound a little verbose and long-winded. So that's kind of one of my biggest gripes, is I wish they would have just stuck with simply translating the original story. But beyond that, in terms of the gameplay, there's a lot of options in how you can structure your army. You have a lot of combinations of different unit types that you can try out, and you kind of have your free reign of how you want to set that up. You have tons of characters you can recruit. You can have an active army of like 50 at your maximum. So, and each of these characters has their own backstory and things like that. You can create custom characters. So if you want to kind of have like a specific look, you can do that. There's plenty of gameplay in this game in terms of how long. Like, you could easily net 60 plus hours in this game. So if you're looking for value, this definitely has that. It's not something you'll be, done with in one playthrough or anything like that. Just depends on really if you want to do all the side quests or just go straight through with the story. It has a lot of cool additions. There's like a Coliseum. There's a lot of different secrets to find. So there's really a lot there that I enjoyed that kind of kept me coming back to it. I would say overall, if you're a fan of the genre, if you played any of those games I mentioned before, I think you definitely owe it to yourself to check out Unicorn Overlord. If you are unfamiliar, I would say this is a game that could work as a jumping off point for getting into that genre. It's very welcoming. There's, you can do your tutorials if you want. You can really take the game at whatever pace you feel that you're comfortable with. So it's not if you're like, oh god, I have no idea how to play this game. It's like, you don't worry about that. Just if it looks interesting to you, feel free to jump right in. The game will lead you along. And if you find you're more experienced, you can skip through some of the tutorials and things like that. So, yeah, overall, I was just very pleased with this game. I mean, I could go on and on, but that being said, just would definitely recommend to anybody who has any of those. Like I said, it's on the Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about this game, so that's cool. Very cool. And, yeah. All right. Well, before I get on to my pick of the week, shout out to Ro from Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast stopping on by. Appreciate it. Appreciate you popping on by here and checking us out. But anyway, my pick of the week is Alien, the original Alien movie. It just celebrated its 45th, or it's celebrating its 45th anniversary. I don't know if it's turned quite into the year time of year where it actually does turn 45, but they released it, and I believe it's still playing for the next couple of days, or at least tomorrow maybe, because it started playing last Friday, and that was on for Alien Day, which is April 26th, which ties into an Easter egg from the movie, for anybody that doesn't know why that's Alien Day. But I had the opportunity to go actually see it on the big screen Saturday. I'll be honest, the experience itself was like one of my weaker theater experiences as of recent, just because, sometimes people suck. But the movie itself, Alien, is a classic, such a great classic movie. It's one of my favorite sci-fi movies. And so just having the chance to at least see that on the big screen was cool. And it is such a cool year to have it bring it back to the big screen for a big week-long release as well, because in front of it they had a special little like conversation thing that they played for in between like 5 to 10 minutes where they talked, the director of the new Alien Romulus movie talked with Ridley Scott, and that was really cool. Just hearing like a conversation between them two and Ridley Scott talking about just making different things for the movie and whatnot. And so always fascinating to hear the filmmakers talk about their craft, and it was just cool to see that classic on the big screen, and just getting me more excited for Alien Romulus, especially when they played the trailer right before the movie. Like, come on.
Rank your Alien movies for us.
You all wouldn't like that.
No, do it. Do it.
Okay. So I'll say I have not actually seen Alien 3, or was it Resurrection? So I haven't seen those, and I haven't touched Alien vs. Predator movies. So, but...
Oh, I wouldn't even count those.
Fair enough. But Alien is, of
Agreed.
course, at the top. Here's the thing. It's been many years since I've seen Aliens to where I don't remember much of that movie. And I feel like I need to say that now before ranking it where I will right now. So I'm going to say Aliens, and then I'm going to include Prometheus as an Alien movie. Alien Covenant, and then Aliens, but only on the precedent that I don't remember Aliens.
Okay. So you think Aliens might be better? I don't remember Aliens that well either, but Covenant, I remember. Prometheus, I remember.
I genuinely
Alien,
like Prometheus and Covenant, and like everyone poo-poos on that. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people.
A lot of people don't accept Prometheus as a Alien prequel.
Yeah, I feel like it really got a bad rap, that movie.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like me personally, I would go Alien 1, Aliens, then Prometheus, then Alien Covenant, and then the rest don't exist as far as I'm concerned.
Fair enough.
Alien 3, sure. Well, actually, 4 was, if you detach from it, it was entertaining, I guess, but I don't know, 3 sucked, 4 sucked. I have no interest in watching those films ever again.
I haven't watched them, but I feel like I'd have to watch them at least once, just to say you've watched them.
It's worth watching.
So I need to do that. But I'd like to get around, especially since I just recently watched Alien. I'd like to get around to rewatching Aliens. And so, and I know I've seen at least most of it before, if not all of it. I feel like I have. It's just been so long since I've sat down and watched the full thing. So I'm going to. It's just, haven't had the chance yet. So,
I will say Alien 1 and 2, like Alien and Aliens, that's like one of the best 1-2 punches in terms of a series. Right up there with Terminator 1 and 2 and, movies like that. So.
It's so fascinating, too, of how different they take the IP between the two movies,
Absolutely.
Too. And it's
the first
so
one's a straight up horror movie.
One's a
horror. The
horror.
second one's an action movie.
Correct.
Right. And what's also very interesting is the director of Alien Romulus came out and said that, well, both Ridley Scott and James Cameron saw Romulus and gave him notes, and the notes for both those movies from the directors were like completely different.
Oh, that's confusing.
I was like, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, there's something good about that too, because then you could kind of mix and match. You could take what you want from both of those. Like I would definitely want to hear from both of them, and then take that into consideration.
Sure, an action horror movie would be great.
For sure.
That's I feel like Predators. The one with Lawrence Fishburne is kind of that a little bit.
Is that the one where they're on the planet?
Yeah.
I couldn't get into that one.
Oh, that's a great one. It's one of my favorite of them.
I tried watching it, and I just couldn't. I mean, I'll give it that's better than The Predator, but anyway.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, my pick of the week is Alien. I mean, xenomorphs are awesome. I should have gotten it. I have a xenomorph Funko like on the other side of my room there. That's like but it's not like a standard Funko. It's the one where it's like it's still the normal size, but it's the one where it's like video gamey, all pixelated. And so, pretty cool stuff. But yeah, Alien is my pick of the week. Chris, what is yours?
Well, so there's this little show on TV right now, on your TVs, if you have Disney Plus. Just a little show. Probably the second most popular show on TVs right now, because Fallout, obviously, you can't compete with Fallout. A live action series is always going to defeat an animated series because more people are going to watch a live action than an animated. However, X-Men 97 is my pick. I'm wearing the shirt and everything. It's a Funko shirt, actually. Hey. Yeah. Dun-dun-dun. I got all kinds of X-Men shit. I got Gambit with me because I'm not going to say spoilers, but something does happen to Gambit. So he's always hanging out with me. Because if you haven't watched it yet, oh my gosh, you're missing out. If you were a fan of the original show back in the 90s, you're not going to be disappointed. And there's all kinds of crazy cameos you wouldn't expect that they're like just kind of being all freewheeling with now that Disney owns everything. So they can do what they want and really unleash the story they wanted. And oh my gosh, is the story been just fantastic so far. Twisting and turning, emotional roller coaster rides. Think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 emotional roller coaster ride on steroids. Especially if you were a fan of the original show. Hell, I've got so much Spencer's talking about stuff that's on the other side of his room. I got stuff that I haven't even pulled out. Like I got the Blackbird jet still. Yeah, I haven't even opened it. I haven't even opened the jet, Spencer. I have not even opened the jet. And maybe I'll do that. We'll do
live on the podcast.
So I'll go get it after this. We'll open it while we're talking about the other stuff. And then like I got all kinds of X-Men pops, but it definitely is worthy of a second season. So I'll be very excited.
It is getting a second season. That's for sure.
I'll be very excited when we get that release date. Yep. And there were rumors that like a third and fourth season had been approved.
They're working on season 3 is official.
Okay. Running. Okay. So I recommend going to watch it if you have Disney Plus. If you don't, the high seas,
you snooze, you lose.
Or find someone who has Disney Plus, because if you were a fan of the show and you are not watching this one, look, I'm a 41-year-old man. When I'm watching this, I feel like I'm 10 years old again, sitting in my, watching the very beginning, like first of it, X-Men 92, it's like I watched it all, All 5 seasons live, and then I've rewatched it multiple times. It's one of those regular re-binges. And now that it's on Disney Plus to re-binge and with new stuff, it's even better. I mean, yeah, and all the comic stories, Spencer can attest to this, all the stories that they're pulling from and how they're able to take certain comic book runs and compress them into like 1 or 2 episodes is just amazing. It's really, really good how they've been doing that, and I'm really excited with what the boys over at Marvel have been doing with the Fox IP, which can segue us into our first topic.
Oh, there we go. Well, first topic, it's Deadpool and Wolverine, the big summer movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because oh boy, that's big, right? And so there's lots of stuff to talk about, as we have gotten the second trailer since we last went, since our last episode that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was big.
That was huge.
It's huge.
And we're not going to be doing. I mean, we can if you guys want to trailer reactions and stuff, but
well, yeah, I mean,
if you want us to,
just,
you can let us know
sure.
in the chat or in the comments below if you're rewatching. We haven't done any reactions to trailers. We've done one review, and we plan on actually, speaking of X-Men 97, doing a review for that towards the end, and I guarantee you in July we will be doing a review of this for sure.
But yeah, I just want to ask though, like, what is everybody's thoughts on the newest trailer that came out? General overview thoughts before we get into it.
I want more. Give me more. I'm really excited for Cassandra Nova.
She looks cool.
She looks really cool and powerful, and
oh yes,
and she's gonna have an army of cool cameos. That's the thing that's exciting, is it feels like X1 again, Magneto versus the X-Men, but it's Deadpool and Wolverine and a whole bunch of cameos versus Cassandra Nova, Pyro, and a whole bunch of cameos. Which we have a lot of rumors about.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Gio, what are you?
Oh yeah, go on.
What? Oh yeah, let Gio. What are your thoughts on the full trailer that we got?
I didn't really have any strong feelings about it. I mean, it looked good. It felt a lot like the other Deadpool films, so the tone is still there. Doesn't look like it's, because a lot of time has passed since Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 3, right? And seems like it's still got the same tone from the first 2 films. I didn't see anything that made me like super excited to, like, in particular, like any cameos or anything like that.
Well, yeah, the trailer didn't really show much in the way of cameos.
But I know some people, if they're more in-depth fans, they might have picked up a reference or two or something. I don't, but nothing like that popped out to me. I don't know. I'm trying to keep my expectations level. I'm going to watch the film. I think we've been waiting for this for a while, and it's finally coming to fruition. But I don't want to get too hyped up over it. Put my expectations too high. But it's good to see. We've seen the Wolverine suit in pictures, so it's like now seeing it in action. It's like it took so long to get that.
I don't understand why it did take so long to get that.
Yeah,
when it's been so iconic.
I feel like they were like the previous studios didn't think it would look realistic enough or something. Like, who knows? But it's nice to see it here. I will say
absolutely.
That. So I think that's probably my biggest takeaway is the way he pulls off the suit and the look of Wolverine, which he always did. That's why he got the role.
I think you're keeping your expectations tapered is always good on a Disney film these days.
Yeah,
Disney, Marvel especially. However, I'm not as worried because of all the demands essentially that Ryan Reynolds made to get this movie going, and we, a lot of the bad stuff we heard was during the strike. We had to remember that during the writer's strike, and so it once that strike was over, that movie exited development hell and just went through the gates running. So I'm very, but I understand especially a Disney Marvel film tapered expectations. Absolutely.
Yeah, just been burned one too many times. But I would say if I am going to put my faith in a film, that would probably be,
exactly.
It's like between Guardians of the Galaxy or this. That's like the two of the titles that have kind of haven't never really fell off.
Captain America is the other one, but of course now we have Captain America: Brave New World, which not even gonna get into that one. It's always the fourth film. Why is it always the fourth film? Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, well, which it was
Ragnarok was good, and then Love and Thunder. Even Chris Hemsworth these days has been saying he freaking hates what he did to Thor and Thor: Love and Thunder. I saw those posts recently. Yeah.
Well, he's saying what I liked about that is that he feels like he owes it to the fans to give a better performance.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that I was excited to hear that, and Taika Waititi is not going to be involved, which I never thought I would be excited to hear that.
Yeah,
I was such a fan of his.
Ragnarok was good, but he also like the characters were overused again in Thor: Love and Thunder. Like that was the nice thing about Ragnarok is it introduced new characters.
Yeah, Ragnarok was a good film, but then when you look at Love and Thunder, it was like too over the top.
Yes,
and, Zeus talking about orgies and shit.
Yeah,
and
then
like, nobody wants to see that.
No, and the gore we got was
which he was one of the highlights of the film.
Yeah,
but
it was definitely.
I can't speak to how good of an adaptation he was, but Christian Bale. It's hard to find a bad performance from him.
Yep. And there is Griffin. Speaking of,
there he is. What up?
Says the fourth one always seems to be the point where it turns into a cash grab and not a film /game /etc. Although with Ant-Man it was number 3.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about that.
But,
with Wonder Woman it was 2.
I like it's a nice change of pace when you hear someone that kind of like admits their flaws.
Shit! There he is, Gore. Good old Gore.
Nice.
The proper one.
The proper Gore.
It's like some of the reactions to these films when there's been backlash. It's like, you guys just didn't get it, or you guys are bigots, or whatever it is. They'll come up with any excuse. So it's nice when he's just like, I just didn't give the best performance, and I'm going to do better next time. It's like, well, I got to give him respect for that.
And now Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say he also needs a better script too. Like that's
the thing.
I don't even blame him for that film at all.
I don't know if Takia is the main writer of the movie or
I think he was. I think he was.
But they butchered such a dark, great Thor storyline. This is a fantastic Thor comic. Go check it out.
Gore, yeah.
Oh gosh, what is that story arc called? The God Butcher or something.
I think something like that.
But anyway, that's such a great comic. It's incredibly dark, and that's the big thing right there. Incredibly dark. Nothing about that movie was dark except for one scene, and that turned out to be the best scene in the whole movie. So, but yeah, that's all I had to say about Thor.
Well, what do you? Well, go ahead, Gio.
I was trying to think where we got to the.
Because we were talking about Marvel Disney films, because of Deadpool, and so now we're gonna get the comic book nerds' take on the trailer.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. All right. Listen. All right. Wolverine's my guy. All right. He's been like my favorite hero. I've grown up with having the X-Men movies being stuff I've always watched. And I've just loved Wolverine just across all forms of media. I've watched a little bit of the X-Men series while growing up, not a whole bunch, but some. I've grown up watching, all those live action movies. So like Hugh Jackman's been like, he's been very special to me, and that's why like Logan hit very hard for me, because that's such a fantastic movie. But to see him back, And after 24 years, only took them 24 years here to get the suit right, guys, you know? And what's the change here? It's freaking Disney and not Fox here saying, oh, yeah, yellow suit will work. And so, so with me being such a big Wolverine fan, it is incredibly easy to please me with this movie because just seeing Hugh Jackman there with the perfect casting for Deadpool, because nobody's going to ever do a better Deadpool than Ron Reynolds. Calling it right now. So just just having them all together here and just having this trailer gave me exactly what I wanted, was just Wolverine in action in his yellow suit with Deadpool. All right. It is incredibly easy to please me with this right now. As I said, like, that's all I freaking want. All right, give me 40 minutes of that and I'm happy. I get what I want. All right. And so I don't even cool. The cameos, whatever cameos we get, and we'll be getting into that here in a minute. Mm-hmm. That's honestly just a bonus to me. Because at the end of the day, I just want more Wolverine in his yellow suit. And bringing that, it makes me so happy. And you see so much of just them together throughout the vast majority of this trailer. And it just it's what I want out of this movie. And it's in the title, and it's delivering on that, which I'm super happy that that's what they're doing.
I do hope that there's at least one scene where we get to see Wolverine with the helmet, though.
Oh, we're getting that. Yeah. It's in leaked promo material.
Yeah.
That he's having the full.
Yeah, he gets it
up there.
He's got it.
Yeah, because it's I understand it's probably not. We've seen the trailer, so we see what. There's quite a bit with him not having it on. But you give me like a scene or two at least, I'll be.
Yeah. So we'll see, but there's so much stuff to look forward to in this movie. I did want to highlight, there's some really cool things that this trailer points out.
Okay.
You see at one point in it, you see the big cloud thing. It has a name. The big cloud thing from Loki.
Yeah, it looks like it starts with an A, I think.
I should know this.
Yeah, it's the thing that was protecting He Who Remains.
Right, exactly.
You did get that. Yeah. Matthew has the Wolverine motorcycle collector's court.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so,
is it Alioth?
That sounds right.
That sounds about right.
So
I don't know if it's pronounced Aliot.
Yeah, well, we know what you mean.
Could not remember from the show.
Right. So, we see that for a moment. We see a big giant dead Ant-Man, which is cool because that
from a comic
is literally taken right from the Old Man Logan comic.
That's right.
And you were talking about all these different characters that are there too. There's a whole breakdown of all these different characters. But Toad is there. Yep. The that devil-looking dude from what is it? First Class is there.
Yep.
And so it's so cool seeing that Pyro's there on what looks like is Red Skull's car, which is interesting.
Huh.
I think that's Red Skull's car. Something like
that. I know which car you're talking about. I think you're right. It is. Yeah, that old World War II looking car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lots of cool stuff there. What else is there? There's that's the main things I really want to highlight. I do love it though. They know how to hype you up at the end of this though, by they do it, and then at the end of the trailer they just highlight the letters LFG. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
All right. Can't wait. And so I'm so excited for this because it looks like what I'd want out of just having more Wolverine. And it seems like they're making intentional that this is quite a different Wolverine than what we get in Logan, and I don't think it's going to be quite the same Fox Wolverine either, because it's weird, right? Because Logan's always been set in its own universe, but it sounds like they're also making it to where they're accepting that, well, it's not the Fox one either, as if respecting this is just a completely different Wolverine in general. So I guess even though fans that look into it know, it's helping maybe more casual audience try to cue into this isn't at all that Fox Wolverine. Which is cool and I like. So but yeah, we have a lot of stuff here to talk about. As there's lots of rumored cameos. There's a new info today coming out that their current reshoots going on or just about to go on. And that is for adding just some more cameos because Marvel's really happy with the story of it. And there's several interesting things I've heard. I guess we'll just go through this list of the newest one, which this is the one that I kind of like don't believe out of everything, I guess, here.
So,
kind of just depending.
Before you start,
sure.
Do you know, are these all from the same source? All these rumors?
I believe these are a lot of different places. So, you know, important to highlight, you know, they're just rumors all around.
These are rumors on the internet, folks. And this thing, I unboxed it. You got to put it together. So we're going to do this later. That's annoying.
But supposedly there's a rumor that we might get Wesley Snipes' Blade or a variant of Blade. So that's interesting.
Yep.
There's also
we're pretty this rumor has been pretty much like been from everywhere. Everyone said this one. Daphne Keane coming back as X-23. People are pretty sure this is happening.
And Channing Tatum as Gambit.
And so Channing Tatum as Gambit, finally seeing him as Gambit, which is cool because the one they did in Origins was awful. No offense to the actor, I forget who it was, but it was awful. I'm excited to see because I feel like Channing Tatum, the Gambit was supposed to be a passion project for him, much like Deadpool for Ryan Reynolds. Right. So I'm very excited to see him actually do the voice and the accent. Oh man, yeah. The eyes. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think it'd be awesome to see both of those characters, especially X-23, and seeing how a Channing Tatum Gambit would look. And rumor is like that he may actually be in it a little more than just a cameo too, both of those characters. And so we'll see what happens once we get into it, or once another movie comes out. Can't wait. You want to get into the next one? I know this is one from you.
Yeah, so apparently there were Captain Marvel and She-Hulk cameos. Apparently let me find, because there's actually like what they were. The She-Hulk one was supposed to be them both breaking the fourth wall together.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which makes perfect sense.
And to put this out, a fun comic factoid, is actually She-Hulk did breaking the fourth wall before Deadpool, a bit before Deadpool actually. So
yeah, because
that was not the problem with She-Hulk, guys. Is everything else?
She existed before Deadpool, just a period, right?
I believe so. Because
I could be wrong. That's just biased.
That sounds right. Because let's see here, She-Hulk first appearance, and then I'll look up.
I feel like Deadpool is a relatively new character in the grand scheme of Marvel.
So
obviously
she came out and she debuted in November of 1979. And Deadpool came out, I want to say, in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what
Deadpool did come out in the 90s, yes.
He came out in New Mutants issue 98 in February of 1991. So that's a good 11-year gap right there.
I found the rumor. So I'm just going to bring it up. It's on Facebook through Marvel Fans Forever. I don't know exactly. Again, they said it is rumor. All rumor. This is all speculation. So,
I forgot. Sorry, I was just thinking because Deadpool is Rob Liefeld, right? So that makes perfect sense.
That's he. Yep.
So this.
Okay, let me read this here really quick since I haven't seen this.
I mess with our name tags. Well,
sure to follow the movie.
I'll put them up top.
No, not just anybody. Right. So reshoots, as being talked about there. Huh. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Yep. So apparently the Captain Marvel scene was her bragging she's the always the strongest Avenger.
Let's be honest, right? If this is assuming this is true, right? I feel like these are good cuts. Assuming, right? This is
agreed.
Not saying these were, because we all saw how the Marvels went with everybody. It was a fun movie, but nobody cares. All right?
No,
we're to the point of where people don't care about Captain Marvel anymore.
No, they
all
don't.
Right? And plus, there's a whole thing with Brie Larson. And She-Hulk was god awful, and so I'm glad that she's not there. I'm okay with her being like being Secret Wars for like 2 seconds, but after that, I don't want any more She-Hulk.
And it's reported that Brie Larson is forcing Disney and Marvel executives to try and take legal action against. But that's, remember, all rumor, folks.
Yeah, I don't see, that doesn't make much sense to me. I don't understand, first of all, why she would even be in there as a cameo, unless it's like a Marvel thing where they're like,
they probably were trying to get as many people in as they could.
Because she did just have a movie not that long ago.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's something like that, but
it's
easy to say, oh, Brie Larson, she's, being a difficult woman. You know what I mean? And I'd be the first person to jump on that bandwagon, but I don't know. Being that it's a rumor.
Oh, let me look.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see. What else? We have different
Wolverine pool.
We could also just talk about the variants as well. Supposedly getting a baby Wolverine variant, a flying head, a teenage Wolverine, I guess. We're getting Dogpool as we see it in the trailer, so that's official. We're getting a lady Deadpool, as that's
supposed to be what's her name? His wife, Blake Lively.
Be interesting.
That'll be fun. We're supposed to get Patch. Rumors it's going to be Daniel Radcliffe.
That'd be cool.
For Wolverine, Old Man Logan is supposed to be Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be sick.
Let me look up this Wolverine pool, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Oh wait, no, I sent this to you, didn't I?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Daniel Radcliffe also is a guy too who would be he's a really, really good actor.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in too much, but he did a great job in the Weird Al movie.
Yeah, he's excellent in the Weird Al movie. He's got a bunch. He had Swiss Army Man was really good. There's a bunch of stuff that he's been in where he really shows off his acting chops.
Oh, here's a good fan cast that has a bunch of the rumors. Okay.
Oh.
Characters that have been confirmed to make an appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
Let's see here. Bam. Oh wait, what variant is that of Deadpool?
So another Deadpool variant thing. We have
hair. He's got long hair. It looks
so let's get down to all these, right? So we have a long-haired.
Where are these pictures coming from? Is this from the trailer?
No, this is
These are leaks.
These are leaks.
Or is this AI?
No, these are leaks.
See, that's the thing, is some of these I've heard him see, other of these not so much.
So I've heard the Chris Evans one. I have heard that as Johnny Storm. Famke Janssen.
That would be a funny one.
And I've heard Lady Deathstrike as well. I have. I haven't heard Thor. Anyone heard Thor?
Thor's interesting. I haven't heard Storm either.
I've heard Taylor Swift is Dazzler because her and Blake Lively are besties.
That would be awesome.
I've heard that's true. I've heard that's true.
So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
Director, exactly, Griffin. How much chaos do you want? Yes. I haven't heard Happy Hogan.
I have heard the old Sabretooth, not the Liv Schreiber one, the other one, the old one, the first one.
Oh yeah.
I have heard that one.
Forgot about him.
Yeah, because originally
what are they trying to do with the Fantastic?
He was a wrestler.
Because remember, the Fantastic Four movie is possibly connected to the TVA somehow and all this.
No. But they're highlighting specifically
Sue Storm and Johnny Storm.
Okay. I guess that makes sense with those two together.
Be the brother and sister, you know?
No, that
I
makes
could
a lot
imagine
of sense.
a great joke. Like, there's going to be some sort... If this is true... And I could see Jessica Alba doing it because Chris Evans is doing it. And I could see fucking Deadpool making a great joke about something with brother and sister stuff or something like that. You know what I mean? Some Game of Thrones joke, Cersei Lannister joke or something, you know.
There's a lot there.
A
few of some of
I
these
have
I'm not
heard.
sure on,
I have
think,
heard Jennifer Garner Electra. I have heard that one.
Yes, that one's been reported on by a big trade. I think that one's definitely happening.
Mm-hmm. There's that one devil guy you were talking about. I forget his name.
Yep.
And then there's
we
Toad.
see him in the trailer.
Yep. Who's next to Toad?
I believe he's in the trailer though.
Yeah,
he's one of the villains. I don't remember who, but
you know who that is. It's really, I gotta maximize the screen. I think it's from Punisher.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It's the Kevin Nash Punisher villain. Like he was the big. Yeah. It makes sense. Is that supposed to be Kraven or Beast?
I believe that's Khazar.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Which I haven't heard, but that'd be very fascinating if they did.
I have obviously the TVA we've heard. We've saw another rumor about the Deadpool zombie head that flies.
That's happening. That's
happening.
Promotional material.
Oh, that's right. And the baby Deadpool and all that.
Same
okay.
with baby Deadpool and Lady Deadpool. Yeah, like those are for sure happening.
What about Professor X? What do we think about that?
It's believable.
Patrick Stewart, I could see doing it. Yeah,
for sure.
He's been game with whatever.
I don't know about Halle Berry Storm. I don't think she.
Yeah, I was about to say I haven't heard that, and so I think more than none of these. But like, there's certain, like I said, there's certain ones I haven't heard. Like I haven't heard Storm. I haven't heard Thor. I haven't heard Happy Hogan.
Yeah, those are the three I haven't really heard.
I'm personally on the
Minutes,
fence about.
I'm sure will show up.
See, Miss Minutes makes sense, but you know,
I would love it. But think about the interaction between those two; it's great. And a lot of these again are mostly confirmed. So most of these were probably
we've heard it. We've heard a good bit of it. Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else. Yep, there's the.
So yeah, lots of stuff there.
Yep, there's the here's the.
Hold on, go back up to.
Oh.
We'll introduce. After his. Oh, that's interesting. Saying it's back in Secret Wars. Okay, I was looking at.
Yep.
Seeing what interesting.
Then there's the Deadpool and Wolverine to introduce Wolverine Pool, a variant
that'd be interesting.
Which
the saying, rumors from that dude. Okay.
Yeah, Cinemagic. Poolverine. People say I think that's a better name too than Wolverine Pool.
No, I was talking about the Wolverine. They taking that sketch with all the toast from it. That's from somebody there. Interesting. Makes me believe that one a little more because that one person has somewhat credibility there. Interesting.
Okay. Anyway, yep, that looks like.
All right. Yeah. No, I think that's lots of stuff to look forward to, even if half of those are true. Like I said, for me, I'm just happy to have Wolverine back, and a lot of those cameos, like we know, I'm pretty confident in it happening and sound cool. But at the end of the day, that's not what I'm there for. And I think yours all's at the beginning saying tamper your expectations. You know, I think it's important to, you know, especially with so much being rumors. But we'll see, right?
Yeah.
We shall see. I can't wait, though. Can't wait. I can't wait.
Know, me too.
You know what else I can't wait for, guys?
Saturday?
This weekend, you know? Because it is my first weekend of freedom, and it begins with May the 4th. You know, May the 4th is a little day, in case you all don't know, where, you know, Star Wars fans celebrate this little thing called Star Wars. So, and so, yeah, so but here's the thing, though, is there's lots of fun stuff to look forward to this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Star Wars fans are eating good this week.
Starting Friday, right?
Well, actually,
tomorrow.
Starting today, we just got our Bad Batch finale.
Oh,
where I'm going to be on it. You know what? I'm just going to throw this out there really quick, all right? I almost changed Bad Batch to be my pick of the week because that finale was a great finale. One of my favorite episodes of the whole series, if not my favorite. It was such a good ending episode.
That's good.
And so,
was that the series finale or the season finale?
Series finale.
Okay. That's what I thought.
It is now completely all done after 3 seasons. I was trying to do it's some like 40 7 episodes, if my quick math is right.
Okay.
And so, good solid run there, and it was a fun show, right? It wasn't for everybody, but it was a fun show, and I think I had a very fitting end. If you're a big Clone Wars fan, something big showed up in that finale. I'm just going to say that there. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
But, so... But there is stuff to look forward to, right? Beginning on Friday, you're right. We do have something there. I think we should do that last, as that's the biggest thing out of all the Star Wars stuff here, though.
Yeah.
But let's go talk about everything else, Sure. Starting with Friday, though, also, because there's 2 things on Friday. You may have been referring to this thing, though. Is the Phantom Menace is coming back in theaters.
I was not referring to that one.
Okay. I thought, cool. So starting Friday, Phantom Menace is coming back to theaters. I'm myself actually waiting to go see it Saturday morning. There's something else big on Saturday.
When it first came in theaters. Some of us weren't born.
So, I'm going to be seeing Phantom Menace on May the 4th, which is awesome. I'm actually going at literally the earliest possible showtime. And you're thinking, wait, Spencer, why are you going to the earlier showtime when you're not a morning person? Why? Because I'm getting myself up to go get me free comics because it's free comic book day on May the 4th as well, which is cool. And I'm going to be there right as they open at 9 a.m. And then from there, after shopping there, I'm going to go see the movie. So it's going to be an awesome May the 4th there. As I think they do have a free Star Wars comic, but it's tied to the Young Jedi Adventures, I think. So I'm not getting that one, but
I mean, if it's free,
well, they want you to only get so many, and you could read all the free ones online anyway.
Oh, that's true.
They are free at the end of the day, and so there's one main one I'm really wanting, but it's not Star Wars. It's Transformers related.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But free comic book day is there. Also, we have Tales of the Empire comes out. Me and Patrick already covered this trailer, I believe, last time.
Yes,
on last episode. So go check that out last episode when that trailer first came out. We went all into that trailer talking about it. It got both of us really excited there. I know we didn't get your all's thoughts on it. What are you all
I haven't watched the trailer yet.
You haven't?
I have not.
You did. Did I make you watch it?
Mm-mm.
I think I did, but whatever.
Sorry, which trailer?
Tales of the Empire.
I don't remember if I watched it, to be clear.
Fair enough. All right.
I don't think I did. I think I'm thinking of the Acolyte or something.
They are showing an Acolyte preview in front of the Phantom Menace, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, I saw it on the poster.
I think it actually just got leaked today, but I'm not watching it until I see it on the big screen. See whatever that's about. But we did get some other Star Wars. There's been some Star Wars gaming news yesterday and today. One of them is being Patrick's most anticipated game right now. Got a release date. And he's not here to deny this. So, Star Wars Hunters just got a release date for
June 4th.
June 4th.
It's up on the screen.
That's right. June 4th coming out. It's a mobile game and Switch game. So, I mean, I probably won't play much of it.
I won't play it at all. It's free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
Oh, yeah. Then we'll play it on Switch a little bit. We'll try it out.
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And see how it is,
Star Wars. We'll try it.
I mean, the premise of the game is fun.
Yes, but the fact that they didn't even put it out for as a PC port, is worries me about how bad the controls are gonna feel.
Well, I mean, it just depends, right? There's a lot of things to say about this game, but I think the main thing about it is it's a smaller game. It's not meant to be, while it is an arena-based game, it's obviously not meant to be like a big console game.
You know what also worries me, though?
What?
We don't get much gameplay footage.
Yeah,
we've gotten a bit. Now, I don't know why they didn't show much here, but I will say this game has been out in other countries for, I want to say, a couple of years now.
Oh, okay.
I've actually downloaded it. I've been able to get an APK file of an older version of the game.
Huh.
And now this would be like a 2-year-old version, if not older at this point. That was fine. It wasn't bad. It was fine. But it just... I could see them doing a lot of improvements, right? And so we'll just see how it turns out. But I think there's bigger and better to talk about.
Oh, yes.
About Friday, coming out Friday. Everybody's favorite battle royale, unless you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong, guys. Yes.
Can we talk about how I used to be wrong?
Used to be wrong?
How I used to be wrong. Remember how much I was so against Fortnite?
I was gonna say you're a PUBG fan.
No, I was a Warzone fan. Even worse.
Even worse.
Call of Duty Warzone.
But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff here going on with Fortnite, and so, so here what we have pulled up is the overview of everything coming to Fortnite, starting Friday. This Friday, guys, they're making a huge deal about May the 4th this year in Fortnite, which is freaking awesome. And so, they're talking about there's this stuff in Lego. We'll get into that there at the end. But there's all sorts of stuff that you'll be able to get here, because Lego has this whole other article which is big, and so we'll get into that at the end. But you know, like in the regular, you know, Fortnite's now made the game into where it's more than just a battle royale. There's all these different experiences in it, and so you have your other avenues of where they're now trying to make main supported games do that more than just the battle royale. And so, but to begin talking about it, you know, we have the regular battle royale stuff here where they are adding like a Chewbacca skin. They're adding some other skins. We'll get into that in a moment. But what's really cool is they're adding back like an Imperial chest, where we can find a new weapon there, the Wookiee bowcaster, as well as like Vader's lightsabers getting added back, as well as the E11 blasters. So awesome weapons that they're adding. Do you find it interesting that they're not adding back in all the other lightsabers?
What
but
is that?
You know, that's okay.
What's the
that
thing?
is the
back bling. Back bling.
Death Trooper back bling, the AWR.
Yeah, if you do all the quests.
You do that by doing quests. So this is a free item you can get.
Yes.
But the skin that goes with is, I don't know if they actually include a picture of it. They may have not. But they're adding the Death Trooper as a full-on skin to buy, which is cool.
No, they did not show it.
But there is, they're adding stuff in festival mode where you can earn a free.
It's called a 7-string Halleck set guitar.
Yes, you can earn that guitar. And then why did you not have the other things?
The Lando thing.
Oh, it's at the end. It's at the end.
There it is. Pictured. Okay.
They have that little keyboard one, and I love the the drum set that they have. I never play on drums, but that's amazing, of having the different trooper helmets there.
Apparently, we're getting Luke,
Ewok drum set.
Luke and Lando.
Right. We're getting Luke and Lando
in the shop.
In the shop,
and the AWR trooper,
which is the Death Trooper, which we see a Lego version of, but not the
weird.
Lego Trooper, not the main one, which is interesting. Yeah. Also in Festival, we're getting the Cantina Band song, which will be fun.
And then there's a whole bunch of here's stuff you'll be able to buy: Boba Fett, Han Solo,
everything.
Imperial,
I find
every Zori Bliss. Interesting.
I find it interesting that's not everybody. Like, where's the originals in this? I don't know. And then we also have stuff for the rocket racing.
Yeah. The real question is where there'll be a the Han Solo Jason Derulo version. What do you call it? Emote.
Oh God!
Do you remember that? They did the "I'm riding solo," but it was "I'm Han Solo."
Oh, I'm Han Solo, right?
Yeah.
No, people are like, people are like, are we gonna get that in the game? You know, in Festival. I do want to highlight though the first rocket racing image with the Darth Maul stuff, the pod racing, and that contrail there, or the thing. Those you will get those from Quest.
Oh, there.
Energy Binders Trail.
Mm-hmm.
So you get those in free quests.
Energy. It looks like what it looks like is Palpatine Lightning Trail.
It's meant to be the pod racing trail to go.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because look, it's the same thing
on the front. Of,
yeah.
Yep. There you go. Yep. So that's what it's meant to be, and so that's that.
Okay.
Now this is rocket racing.
Let's really get into it.
Let's really get into it.
First, let's look at their part of the. Okay, so there's stuff about the Lego. What did they say? Oh, whole nother blog post. Look at that. Boom.
There you go.
There it is.
So they did release a cinematic trailer. They were talking about even though they haven't quite done seasons with Lego, but I think that's about to change with this, which we'll get into that in a moment. But they definitely very like obvious big what is like content updates that kind of serves as your seasons in a way for this Lego mode. Of the last one being we got the mechanics features where you can actually put on wheels and stuff and steering wheels to actually drive stuff. Now their next huge update here is Lego Fortnite Star Wars stuff here, where they're now bringing in several items like macro binoculars you can now get.
Yep.
Rebel Village. There's this whole new thing about a Rebel Village that you can level up. So you try to like become a local hero here. And what's also cool too is look, you whatever stuff you have in your world, it's going to stay beyond this update.
Mm-hmm.
So the Star Wars stuff here is to stay, which is really cool. And so the Rebel, so like it seems like I don't know if anything is what was going to get removed, but it's saying like the Rebel Village will remain beyond the update, and it's also saying, you can choose to not damage the camps and keep them beyond the update as well. So it sounds like as long as you keep all the Star Wars stuff intact, it'll all stay there.
That's awesome. And then you could also,
yes,
build your own.
You get Lego lightsabers, bowcasters, 2 different kinds of blasters, thermal detonators, and so then you also have a special
crafting.
It looks like it's a special crafting table for that stuff. But what I was saying a moment ago when first talking about this Lego stuff is
seasons.
We were talking about seasons, right? We are having kind of a battle pass here.
80 days.
80 days to where play Lego, buy the pass, you get the Chewbacca skin. That's how you get a Chewbacca skin. But what's cool though is you get all this other additional Lego stuff, and you see that the free tier thing is first kind of highlighted there, the Mos Eisley Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you go on the paid tier, you get a Dusty Der Burger. And then everything else sort of in between just goes along with each of those respective sets. But obviously more of the buildings come with the paid track. That's a good bit of paid buildings for what they're trying to get you to do, I feel like. So, like,
Chewbacca.
And yeah, Lego Chewbacca. They've also confirmed all the new Lego styles that's being added, because every big Lego update, they've been adding in a lot more Lego styles, which is important. The big thing here that they're highlighting, which is big, is Darth Vader's getting a Lego style, and he's a Battle Pass skin. Meaning that if you don't have him, you aren't getting him. So
Dark Red Knight, don't you have him?
If that's who I think it is, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know a lot of these by their names.
Neither do I. I'm trying to see if there's any that I would like. None of the like the Fox ones, unfortunately. No.
These are all Star Wars related?
No.
No. All those names are just other skins that are having more details.
It's like, I don't remember there
so
being
the vast majority of these are Fortnite original characters.
Yeah, they're Fortnite.
Now, when you really started getting into it, Chris, you would have already gotten Lego styles with all those originals. The big thing is some of the collabs, while I'm sure they're working on it, some of those may honestly never see the light of day in the mode just because of licensing.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But now though, like
they're adding the Mandalorian. See, they have bolded the ones that are Star Wars. Kirsten, Mandalorian, Chrysanthemum, and Darth Vader. And so what's cool about that is 2 of those are big Battle Pass exclusive skins. So it's cool that they went back to do at least those for this update. But I think that's a lot of fun stuff to look forward to, because, obviously buying the skins is free, and that pass that we are just talking about, oh my god, buying them costs money, but all the content itself is free to play all this song. Like, they're having the Cantina Band song there for free as you do those quests and get the instrument. And thank God that's going to be a way better song to play over and over and over, unlike that terrible other one. Jesus, Ralph. At least they fixed it, though. At least they fixed it.
It doesn't help that the song.
No one wants to play the song anymore. It sucks.
It also doesn't help that the song does suck. Yes.
Yeah. It was too kiddie, is what it was. Unfortunately,
it was like
bad. It was a kid's song.
when you
That's what it was.
compare like Ninja Turtles has a large history of rap, right? And they're way better rap songs. Even if you can remember like Partners in Crime.
Like,
Turtle
why
Power.
couldn't you add Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go? I would have rocked out
Exactly.
to Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
I wonder why. You know,
Maybe Vanilla
I don't
Ice
know.
didn't want to be in Fortnite.
Well, if whoever owns the rights, like how much could they possibly be asking for to put that song?
True.
In?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It can't be that much.
Agreed.
yeah,
There's
but
not
yeah,
a-
I
That's
think
why I
lots of-
think maybe
for that.
Vanilla Ice was asking, whatever his real name is, I forget his real name, was asking for too much money, I bet.
Damn
Possibly.
you, Vanilla Ice.
But yeah, lots of fun stuff to look forward to this weekend. But yeah,
Why did that get put there? God damn it, Spencer.
so we do have what?
You did this. Look at the document. You added that there.
I don't see anything
Right here.
but-
Next to IDA Xbox Showcase, look what you added. Because you did something. You dragged
no.
it down to there. So anyway.
Oh, that's weird.
Damn it.
Did you-
Yeah. There we go.
Tryna-
Okay. There you go. I
There
got
you
it.
go. All right. So anyway, next thing we got more gaming stuff. Is we have the
Hasbro.
Hasbro. Hasbro, big company, right? Such a
Dungeons
big
and
behemoth.
Dragons. G.I. Joe.
Well, point is what we're highlighting is Hasbro's been big for board games and
Toys.
toys. They've had a couple of big video game successes last year with Monopoly Go and more importantly Baldur's Gate 3, which has done, both of those have been selling really well for them. But we have now they're doing this big $1 billion bet on internal game development.
Yep.
Where they're now working on making 4 huge games.
with 4 different studios they now own.
Yes. First of these, we do actually have officially announced as of last Game Awards, where I don't remember the name of the game, but it is
Probably
made.
here somewhere. I'll look
I
for
think
it.
it's
Keep
called
talking.
Exodus. I
Yeah,
believe
it's called Exodus. Yeah, it's Exodus.
It's called Exodus. It's the game that Matthew McConaughey is involved in. A
It's
big sci-fi game.
BioWare veteran who was working
BioWare
on KOTOR.
veterans working on it. So right. So there's the that sounds really interesting. We don't know much about it yet. We don't really know anything about any of these, right?
Correct. Well, yeah, but we know that they're working on them, which is exciting.
Right. We're working on those.
They're years out, obviously.
Right. Many years out. What people need to know is game development takes many years. And the big thing that really stands out to me, too, is this is a huge bet. $1 billion. All right. Let's break down these numbers for a moment here. Is $1 billion for 4 different games. I know it won't be, but let's say they were each distributed evenly. We're talking $250 million per game. That is a crazy budget for a game. You want to put
That's
that in
ridiculous.
perspective? Yes. That's bigger than some movie budgets.
Bigger than most movies. What are you talking about? Most movie budgets.
Well, that's on par with like
Avengers.
I think
Avengers, depending which Avengers you're talking about.
True, that's
but
true. Well, yeah. I mean, you want to give me Endgame.
I think it'd maybe be on par. Like, I don't know. A lot of numbers are not coming to me, or just anyway. Besides the point, though, that's massive.
It's a lot of money.
I was trying to remember exactly how much like Red Dead 2's budget was.
About 250 million.
That, and which is what I was thinking. And so, like, think Red Dead 2. I don't want to say size games, but quality of games, maybe.
AAA game,
if that's what
yeah.
you can achieve
God,
with
yeah.
that. So seeing that into these 4 different projects is big, right? So having Matthew McConaughey's sci-fi game, the big game here is there's from Atomic Arcade, they're working on a Snake Eyes G.I. Joe game.
What are they calling it?
Calls it Not Your Daddy's G.I. Joe. As supposedly it may be something along the lines of the Batman Arkham games, which is interesting if they pull that off. I'm definitely down. I'm definitely here for it. Speaking of Batman, we got a big Batman announcement coming. Full game reveal coming at the game. Oh my God, Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, a VR
So,
one, right?
a VR one. They showed a little cinematic today.
Yep.
Batman Arkham Shadow. But
Anyway,
we'll see more about that. Anyway, we're also getting a studio working on a Dungeons and Dragons game. As well as the last one is a horror related game.
Yes.
Oh wait, we don't know anything about one being it's just Dungeons and Dragons. The other one we don't know anything other than hey, it's horror. All of these except the one that did definitely before this long in development is Exodus, is that's the one we actually know about officially. That's been shown somewhere. But I bet all these games, except maybe Exodus, is several years off at the very least. Exodus, we'll see. Because I don't know how far along that game is, but
yeah, I think it's still got like a year or two for that one.
Oh, for sure. But like compared to the other ones, you know.
Oh, the other ones I feel like are going to be 3, if not
several yeah.
years more.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I find this interesting. It's not Hasbro's first foray into games. Reading through the article, they bought Microprose back in the day. Gio probably remembers that developer.
Absolutely.
And that failed. It was like 20. They bought it in 2000, and then didn't do anything for them. They sold Microprose off to Infogrames, which still makes games, still around. So I think it sounds like they're going a lot more all in now, 20 some years later, instead of just like, oh, let's just dabble in a niche kind of area. That sounds like, I mean, Exodus sci-fi game, we got a Dungeons and Dragon game, we got a G.I. Joe game, and we got a horror game. We got something for everybody essentially now, and that's smart, very smart.
Not a huge G.I. Joe fan, but I've found myself growing on G.I. Joe a bit over not a bit, but a little bit over the last half a year. So
nice.
The idea of an Arkham-like Snake Eyes game, who, let's be clear here, that's always been the coolest G.I. Joe character. If you say otherwise, you're wrong. That sounds cool.
His brother's
the only other person that possibly comes close is Cobra Commander. So.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of cool G.I. Joe characters when you really dive deep into them.
You know what? Something that was announced 2-3 weeks ago, I want to say, is G.I. Joe. It has a big thing in the comics. You know, is it written by Larry Hama? He's a big comic guy. I actually met him at last year's Comic-Con.
Okay.
I went with Patrick, where he signed a Deadpool comic I did, or that I've owned for so many years. It's been a long day, and so, no, it's a Wolverine comic that I've owned for a bit. It's like a random back issue I've had for a fair bit, and so when looking through, like, oh, what things may I have by different people, and I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But he's bigger. His biggest thing that he's known for is G.I. Joe stuff, and so there's this big compendium coming out of the first, I believe it's 50 issues of the Bane comic G.I. Joe series is coming out soon, and I may pick that up. Great way to get into G.I. Joe comics if anybody wants to.
This situation with Hasbro, I gotta say, I do appreciate them putting in the effort and the investment in putting together some quality games. Like, it sounds like that's their goal, is to not just get into video games for the sake of it, but to actually put out something that's going to be quality. That seems to be what they're saying. And if they can follow through on that, that sounds great. I am a little concerned about the amount of money that they're spending with we've seen with some of the other studios. It's these ballooning budgets are kind of becoming a problem, much like it's already been a problem in Hollywood with films. And we've seen where it's like, you don't necessarily need to put millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions into one game. And if you do, it's like you really have to you're putting your eggs in one basket, so to speak. And you got like if that does, like we just saw with what is it? Square Enix, where they lost a huge amount of money because they're they invested a lot into those games, and then they didn't get the return that they expected. So it's like they've had to restructure I think they were talking about canceling projects and things. So it's like
they have canceled projects, a lot of projects,
so,
like 18 projects or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like it's kind of
so crazy.
I don't want that same thing to happen in this situation. So
I feel like the solution to that though is there's so many games, like I'd rather than put a ton of money into less games.
I see what you're saying.
Here's the other problem with Square Enix is, they can't bitch about not getting enough money when they're only making their games available on one console when they have the ability to put them on more consoles.
Exactly, like Final Fantasy 16.
Good point as well. And we haven't seen. I have to imagine Hasbro, for example, isn't going to be.
No, they're going
PlayStation exclusive or something like that.
No,
it wouldn't make any sense for them.
So no, they're going global. Consoles, everything. PC,
now, I'm sure once the PlayStation sort of like contract time exclusivity period ends, right? Because obviously PlayStation paid them for a bit of money, be like, hey, exclusive here for a little bit, right? But I wonder how in the long run it would work if instead it went everywhere first, So instead of just PlayStation. So I wonder if they're going to be re-examining maybe those contracts, maybe exclusivity contracts or something.
Yeah, probably. Matthew has something interesting he's saying. Hasbro is getting ready to release a test video of their Ghostbusters PKE meter and Ghost Trap. Most anticipated part is the EMF detector feature.
Nice.
Probably very expensive.
It took me a second to understand what he was talking about, and I was like, "Oh, Hasbro." So this is I was like, "Is this real?"
I believe
like we're getting into the ghost business, boys.
I believe that's tied into the latest the HasLab, Ghostbusters HasLab.
Oh yeah,
because they did the big proton
pack.
pack. Yeah. But then I think they did a new one of that PKE meter and Ghost Trap that wrapped up maybe fall last year or something like that. And so, correct me if I'm wrong, Matthew, because Matthew obviously knows more about this than I do. But I want to say it was the HasLab. Yeah, it was $3.99 backed it. Yeah, so
that's right. Yeah,
part of a HasLab there. So, well, like they're making a big deal about it. And in December. Okay, so yeah, late last year. So.
HasLab definitely is cool. Go check it out. A lot of cool creations.
HasLab does cool, but they are so expensive. I can't afford them.
Oh well, yeah, it's got the name brand to it.
And then they butchered every the Star Wars stuff. Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about their web with it.
I have not seen the new Ghostbusters movie. I know Spencer has. I don't know about Gio.
No, I have not.
All right, there we go.
I haven't even seen the last two, or the last three, I guess. Let's be.
Griffin brought up an interesting comment here. Also, Square management has been historically terrible, trying to every get-rich-quick tech scam possible in the last 5 years.
NFTs, right? That's right, they did NFT games.
AI I didn't even hear about that in Foam Stars. I just played a little bit of Foam Stars, and I was like, that's not even that good. Like, that's just not a good game, too. Like, I got it because there's a PlayStation Plus... I want to say extra title that I got to try for free because it's in the thing I pay for on PlayStation. And so, I played me and my friend Ralph, we played, I want to say only one round of it and he then uninstalled it. So take that as you will.
Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Speaking of games...
Oh yes, more games. Something better, or at least it looks a lot better. We have Funko Fusion coming out, which holy crap!
I'm just gonna play the trailer.
I
put the better link in the document. It's the actual developers link.
Yeah,
but I'm just gonna play this, because I don't think they're gonna come hit us. They're a small studio.
There's there's so many franchises involved in here and teased throughout it, and we do see some hints of the gameplay near the end.
Yep.
Which looks interesting. So it's gonna be really interesting to
Keep
see how
talking
it all
over.
comes
Yeah, look,
together.
we got Jurassic Park right off the bat.
Yeah, well, if you go to their site, they do actually list several.
Oh, okay.
IPs.
Why don't you go to that while the trailer's playing?
Yeah, so we have Jaws, Xeno Warrior Princess, The Thing,
Jesus.
Umbrella Academy, Battlestar Galactica, Masters of the Universe, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Chucky, Hot Fuzz, Knight Rider, The Mummy, Voltron Legendary Defender, Shaun of the Dead, Jurassic World, Invincible.
Yep.
Countless forms.
So like, there's so much stuff there that they have.
Walking Dead, I know they have.
Walking Dead
shown
is part
if
of
you pre-order.
Yep. Let's see, I already said the
And
Mummy.
your people
Oh my God, Mummy.
suffer.
There's some of the gameplay right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord,
It looks so much, and it's gonna be multiplayer, folks. We don't know about crossplay yet, but I would imagine it's going to have crossplay.
Yeah, having a bunch of photos come out with the game, so I imagine it'll be like a Skylanders scenario, redeem your character or whatever.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh no, that's bad for me. That's very bad for me.
Express
Very
60
bad
plus
for
global
me.
characters, 20 plus. Let's see, Jurassic World, Back to the Future, Jaws. No, because they don't list it. They only list out some of them, but I know
September
there's more,
13th.
obviously.
Whoa.
Here you go, and here's the
Man, surprising amount of blood in
yes,
in a Funko game.
yeah, oh yeah, and then there you
Definitely
got
not
Rick
just
Grimes and Michonne
Oh yeah, she's gonna be using that. Fucking
when you
baton.
pre-order it, and 2 bonus outfits for him as well. A leader, Rick Grimes, and Michonne Traveler from when you first meet her.
Yeah, that's cool. I find it cool too. Sorry, but the Walking Dead stuff there, it's like looks to be based more from the actual original
comic.
No, it is now Skybound owned comic. Yeah, and so
his hand and everything, the leader one. Yeah,
but yeah, and the logos too, being the comic.
Oh
logo.
yep.
And then having Invincible in there too is awesome.
Of course you would love
awesome.
that. But everybody's thoughts on the trailer.
Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. That's another big one. I forgot
yeah,
to
it
say.
was. Yeah.
So, yeah, what'd you think, Gio?
I was a little surprised to see. Well, the amount of franchises that it's licenses that it's got in there, and then kind of the direction that they were going in. Because I kind of expected if you just would have told me, Funko game, I would assume that they'd be targeting the younger audience, like almost exclusively. And it seems like that's not the case there. So that's very interesting. No, I don't really have any. I can't really tell how good of a game it's going to be based on that, or it's not exactly getting like my type of game, but it's definitely different than what I would have expected from a Funko game. So I'll say that.
Yeah, it definitely like I showed it to Silk and he's like, it looks like a Lego game. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Well, they would go for this, like something of that kind of vibe, because it's like Lego's done the same thing with their licenses.
Yeah, but I don't know though. Like you said, all that blooded. They're definitely going for an older crowd.
You would not see that in the
and
Lego
it's
game.
like the parts of gameplay they show, it looks more like a third-person shooter than anything.
Too, now that I'm kind of thinking this over in my head, I think there is quite a bit of when you think of there's a lot of kids that have Funkos, but there's a lot of teenagers that have them, even adults.
Adults, right? Look at my fucking shit. They're just because of the licensing. The licensing itself is the big thing. It's why people play Fortnite. It's why I started getting into Fortnite, because the Ninja Turtles licensing, and then it just kind of grew from there. Or Futurama was first, and then Ninja Turtles.
I mean, I do hope that they made sure to make an interesting game and not just have a game for the sake of having one, It's like, hey, we can have a game too.
I mean, just think about all the DLC for it. Like Spencer said, you know, you make Funkos just for the game, kind of like the Skylanders thing, Amiibos as well. Does it sort of Lego Dimensions was another one.
Because it's saying, but they're saying that it might not be that though, because it's saying there's a frequently asked questions thing here. And the third one says, do I need physical Funko Pop collectibles to play Funko Fusion? It's saying, no, it is a standalone video game and you do not need any collectibles to play the game. However, that does not say about additional areas or characters.
Yeah, you would be cool if maybe it's something, and maybe it's something they won't add right away, and they'll like add with a DLC, you know.
So,
and then Funkos, like you said, will start coming out with like a QR code on them, and you scan it, and you log into your account.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
because it's like they're not gonna go the route of like a amiibo or something. But that being said, that it's kind of what it is in a way. It's like they want to sell the Funkos. That's their, you know, they've been having a lot of issues with that lately. Like they're wildly overstocked and having to apparently destroy some. They've got so many. But in any case, if they want to sell the physical product as well. So I think that would be a smart strategy. Is like, okay, you can unlock stuff in the game if you buy the Funko, and you know, a lot of people that are going to play this are already going to be fans of Funko to begin with. So yeah.
Absolutely. I think my big thing is like that's just a teaser, right? It's like we just need to know more in the gameplay. The little bits of gameplay looks fun, but it definitely kind of gave me like Lego Skywalker vibes. You know, like with how it's turned into like a bit of a third-person sort of shooter at times there. But like other than that, we didn't really see how anything else worked, right? Other than just, hey, there's third-person shooting here. Lots of fun franchises here.
Yeah.
We don't know much else of what exactly this game entails other than, well, it's collabs coming, or different IPs coming together, collabing together here to just fight against this big evil Freddy thing. Freddy is not Five Nights at Freddy's, but Freddy is in the Funko
Freddy. I was very excited when they showed him as the villain because I was like, oh, that's perfect, because he feels like the perfect villain because he wants all the IPs.
Sure.
You know,
it's a fun idea, right?
It's a collector. It's like the collector. It's like
right.
It reminds me of What If season 2 finale a little bit, you know, where he's collected all the heroes from across the different dimensions. Now he's doing it for a purpose in What If season 2 finale, Doctor Strange's, or Supreme Strange. Yeah, it feels like that's the kind of thing I feel like Freddy Funko would want to do, is collect all of them to have the power of all the IPs and be the ultimate IP.
Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think a lot of the ideas are there. It's just more of the matter of what more is there to it other than what we've seen here, right? You know, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more. You know.
Agreed. Now, speaking of more,
give me more.
Xbox gave us a lot more.
Xbox did. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even really watch much of this.
I did not watch much of it, but luckily there's a nice handy dandy document for us to follow along with.
Well, yeah, they have a very nice embed links here. I'm gonna wait at one part of the article, but other than that, you know.
Yeah. So
we'll get there.
Let's start with the first game.
I feel like we should probably just try to like quick fire through these.
Yes, absolutely.
Since there is a lot.
Yes.
Especially since we have talked about a few of these games before, including this first one.
Yep, 33 Immortals.
Looks fun. Looks cool.
Very
fun
cool
game
concept.
Where, you know, cool concept of 33 players enters this game. It being like a 33 player
roguelike
like
kind
co-op roguelike.
Yeah, essentially.
So it just looks like mass chaos. You see that one part of like a boss battle, just so many people, and it looks awesome there. Well, that's what a lot of it does focus on there at the end. So
yep,
I think this looks like a fun Game Pass. Fun Game Pass game that's coming. Yeah, we're definitely playing it.
Yeah, I love the art style. The boss looks like hand drawn almost.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I did apply for the closed beta, so see if
I actually got invited to one of them, and then I was busy the weekend that it happened, so I didn't participate.
Yeah, you got invited to the first one. I remember that. The closed beta is May 24th. So they'll be announcing the closed beta. So I would go sign up again. I did it on Epic, but it's going to be crossplay, I think. But I did it on Epic just because I know we'll be playing it on PC Game Pass, rather than Xbox. So that's why I chose.
Possibly.
Well, we might be playing on Xbox. So it all depends on the mechanics and everything and how it is with the controller.
I was going to say, that's a game that looks like I'd personally play more on controller. So since I have the ability to stream stuff to my Xbox.
Oh, that's true.
I might just do that.
Yeah.
So.
All right. This next one, it's kind of like
looks fun.
3D Tetris-ish kind of like.
I'm looking forward
like a
to
really
whatever
good
this
multiplayer game.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you get 4 people playing that, you're gonna have some fun for sure.
Yep, and it's coming to Game Pass, so
even better.
Yep.
That looks fun. Looks like stupid fun.
Yep. Next one, Astor.
Have we seen this one before?
I don't think so. It looks interesting.
Just the bits I'm seeing here, it looks promising. I have seen this, like some screenshots of this game, but like now seeing some gameplay, it looks like a fun game.
Yeah.
Fun indie game, but it's something I definitely give a look into once.
It reminds me a little bit of Tunic.
Trailer. May 30th.
May 30th. Not Game Pass though.
No, but I mean, hey,
Versus
depending on how
Evil.
it is.
Versus Evil published it. They did Evil. They published Evil.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. It looks awesome. So.
All right, next game, Centum.
Oh, I want to check this one out.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like your Ellsmore thing. Not mine.
It says it's an unreliable narrative-driven adventure game. So it's like, it looks like
it's going to drive you mad.
Yeah, it makes you think it's going to be your standard point-and-click adventure, and then it just goes off the friggin' rails.
That looks interesting.
Yeah, look at this crazy stuff. Oh, look at this guy and that guy.
Like, not the type of game you want to be on, like
mushrooms or acid.
Oh my gosh. That'd be wild.
Or really any kind of hallucinogens for that matter.
Now, another Game Pass game. Kind of an old school reboot. Commandos being rebooted. Not Spencer's kind of game either. This is like an XCOM-ish kind of style game. It's my kind of game for sure. I might play this.
Interesting. Yeah, I know of the series, so cool for the fans.
Exactly.
Oh, we got a release date for the next game.
Oh, did we? Oh, we did. 18th. Oh, God, hell yeah.
That game looks cool.
It does. This looks.
So we have seen this game. I think we've even talked about this game a little bit before, but
I think so,
dungeon-based game. It's a very unique sort of thing. Like, it gives me vibe. It's a very unique art style, but like dungeon, like some of the puzzles reminds me of stuff that I'd run into from like in Legend of Zelda. So it looks really cool. And coming to Game Pass, so you know what? Very good chance you will see me streaming that one.
Nice. Next one.
Next game I'm interested in.
Tribe Co-ops. Sunder Tribes co-op game.
Flying around everywhere. What do you do? Fight things? Oh,
looks like you fight things. Yes.
That's cool. No, I'm on board for that. That looks cool.
And you gotta do some flying parkour. Look at that. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's co-op survival crafting RPG.
Open world co-op. Yeah, there we go.
That's our kind of game.
Colony sim mechanics. Yep. All right. Well, I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Coming to Game Pass. Do we have coming to PC Game Pass this year?
Is it?
Oh, not coming to Game Pass. Okay.
No, we do have a big montage of different games here.
Well, yeah, we can go.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah,
they have a list, but I'm trying to pinpoint some of them exactly.
Well, the one I saw looks a lot like
well, the first one on the list, the Rewinder, is already out on Game Pass.
Yes. The Cup. What is that game? Hold on. I'm looking at what they are.
Kepler. That one.
Whoa, what's that creepy one with the girl?
Kepler definitely looks like something I could get into.
Is that the battle?
It starts at 41 seconds for like 10 seconds.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm looking through it right now.
What's the one before that? That's creepy looking.
Kind of a wide range of...
Let's see, that game is...
Yeah, Kepler is the only game that interests me there.
I think that's Firework? No. I don't know. There's...
It'll say the logo at the bottom right.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it says Game Pass on some.
All these are coming to Game Pass.
Oh, all of them are. Okay.
Yep.
Firework. Okay, so let's see here. This one.
It says
Depersonalization is
the
this one.
Rewinder
That
is
cool.
on Game Pass
Depersonalization looks
today.
interesting.
I don't know if that was.
Which is the
featured in
one
video or not.
before Keplerth. It's really creepy looking. Go forward to Keplerth. We saw some of that. Yeah. Then Firework. Not a game I'd play. It's a horror game.
I guess that's the first game they showed.
Volcano Princess. This is for Patrick. And then that's all of them. Okay. So we've got some interesting.
It's an interesting bag. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then next game, Hangry.
It doesn't look bad. I don't know if
it's weird looking. It's
definitely weird looking. I don't know if it doesn't really stand out to me, but
it's a hack and slash RPG. There's so many of those these days.
Right, that's the thing. Is like it needs something special to stand out for me. Like there's a charm. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something about that Astor game that we're just talking about that stands out to me.
The art style.
Maybe that's what it is, right?
And
so, but that one doesn't necessarily.
And then there's Humanity, which is coming to Game Pass. It's like Lemmings, but people. If you ever played Lemmings back in the day, it's where you have to get the lemmings from one place to another and then kill a bunch of them. This one is people. You have to get people from one place to another. A lot of times you're trying not to kill them, actually. There's a lot of it.
This could be really cool. There's that one part where they're having a giant lightsaber battle.
Yeah. Yep.
Some cool
yeah.
stuff.
It reminds me of like an auto battler mixed with a puzzle game. A little bit. Become a Shiba Inu and help reconstruct humankind in this. So you play a dog.
Yeah, I like the way that this looks like a Japanese developer where the way that they do puzzle games is very interesting. Like, I don't know if I've talked about. Did I talk about the Katamari games on? I think I was planning on talking about them on Pick of the Week, and I never did.
No.
It's a good example of like a kind of a puzzly kind of game. They like
those are interesting.
Yeah.
I played one of them and it's cool.
The way that they
definitely weird.
The way that they do puzzle games is I don't know. I can't put it into words, but it just reminds me of stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely play that.
All right. So next, there was a montage recap. But then below that, we have the Jackbox Naughty Pack. I'm so excited for this. As you all know, I love Jackbox Party Packs. And I don't have the newest one, 10, I don't think. I might. I don't remember. But I will definitely be getting this one because we'll probably play this and have fun with it, you know?
Be naughty.
Be naughty.
No, nobody under 18 allowed.
17. It's 17 plus is mature rating for games. Remember that. So 17-year-olds can play. But anyway, so that's cool. We don't know anything about it. They'll announce all the different games that come with it as it gets closer. It's probably going to be a fall release as usual for it.
Makes sense.
Next
the
game.
Naughty Pack.
Key Locker. Turn-based cyberpunk action.
I'm not a big person at turn-based, but like it looks interesting.
Looks very interesting. It's like an old school RPG. But
whoa, there's like a rhythm part there.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah, there's a motorcycle.
No, this looks weird. I like the weird stuff. Like it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like going for like a weird like. It's almost. It's like a. So it's saying inspired by comedy of Mario and Luigi RPG series, both mechanics and storytelling of Chrono Trigger. Which I could see that, but like what went into my mind, but also similar in some gameplay aspects, I should say, is the like Earthbound is like what I first thought of when seeing some of that.
I can see that. Yeah,
They had me
Nope,
up
this
until
animal
the,
smells like a fart was the last thing. This was an option you could choose. Wow. All right, next.
They had me until the rhythm part.
Really? That's what
Yeah.
made me more interested.
Really? That's, yeah.
No, I was like, yeah, RPG, yeah, sure, I'm down. Oh, I gotta fucking time shit out now. I'm good.
The next game there's no video for, but it was it's the game created by what's that other game that's got a sequel? John loves it. It's story driven. It's colors.
Oh yes, that's what I'm trying to think of. What is it that reminded me of?
That's the same developer.
It reminds me of Life is Strange.
That is it. That's it. Yeah, it's the developer. Same developer. It's the same developer. That's why. So that's what it is. It's same developer as Life is Strange and Lost Records Blue. They announced this a couple of years ago, at their showcase, and people have been waiting to hear more about it. And then apparently there's a big update this summer coming.
New pals.
Look, there's a karate frog. It looks like.
They said something about there being an arena as well.
Yes, and an arena.
And an arena.
That means I'm gonna kick all your asses.
And dedicated servers
Here,
for
here.
Xbox, right?
Not part of this.
Not part of this, but eventually.
I know they're working on it. Yeah.
Next game, Promise Mascot Agency world premiere, not coming to Game Pass. I don't think. A Yakuza Legend. What in the world?
Weird.
What's that guy?
God.
Is that a potato?
And it's like a card game. What? What is
that? Pinky?
What
is
like
it? Tofu?
Oh, it is. He is a block of tofu.
Oh my gosh. What in the world are we looking at here, folks?
I don't know what this is, but I'm very intrigued.
Is it multiplayer?
There's
I hope
cards,
it's multiplayer so we
like.
can play against each other with our
Doesn't
cards.
look like it, but
I know.
that's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I would consider playing this because this is hilarious.
But it's not coming to game. Oh my gosh, there was a what the hell are the things I'm looking at? What in the actual what? Okay, I'm confused.
I mean, I gotta love the creativity.
Griffin saying, "Hold it! Did we just get Adventure Time Card Wars, but really effing weird?"
I think so.
I'm
so.
here for this.
It's not coming till 2025 though.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah. Next game is
so
Stampede
bizarre.
Racing Royale, which I actually had signed up for the beta on Xbox and never played it. It's gonna be basically 60-player racing battle royale.
What you told me about that one time, or said anything about before? Okay, that's why I look
think so.
familiar.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, cool looking, huh?
I think
60
that
players.
kind of breaks up the typical. Because when I saw this, I'm like, oh, another racing game. Like, who gives a shit? To be honest, unless you're a big racing fan. But that
Which I am.
The battle royale aspect that even intrigued me a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a huge battle royale fan, but I would want to see how that plays because there's so many. If you're using like battle items and things like that, Mario Kart style, you get to that point where you think you're going to be winning the race in first place, and then
happens
someone
in
comes
Speed
from behind
Storm all the time. Which I need to play more of this season.
Sounds like.
Thank you, by the way, Griffin, for that glitch. That was hilarious. Watching that video of Ralph flying up into the sky. That was crazy.
Yeah, I love too that it was Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
That broke the game.
Nope.
Yeah, so on brand for him.
Next game, Sulfur, which
This game looks awesome.
I know, yeah, it does. The art style and everything. Oh my
FPS with role playing and roguelite elements. A single hardcore roguelite extraction shooter with modifiable and enchantable.
You'll definitely
guns.
see Spencer streaming this if it's Game Pass.
No, it's a game I definitely consider playing because I do like playing FPSs like this.
That's true. And and it would be it's interesting that it's an extraction shooter, single player roguelike. So like at the end of the mission, you keep everything you took out with you, kind of thing. Just like it's interesting. And do we have a date?
I do not believe so.
No, we do not.
I think I could be wrong, but I feel like that was maybe only a game announced for PC. So now
Now it's coming to Xbox.
coming to Xbox is possibly
now this next game is cool as shit too.
I have the first one on PlayStation. Haven't played it, but
yeah, you've talked about it. I know.
I actually ended up accidentally downloading it once and never deleted it because it's so small.
Yeah,
hence why I accidentally downloaded it. But
the art style is awesome. The concept's awesome. This is a cool game.
Very familiar. Who's the developer of that?
Odd Bug. It's a sequel, so maybe you've seen the first one.
It reminds me of like Darkest Dungeon or something.
A little bit, yeah.
it looks cool.
Yep.
Looks like a solid sequel. Definitely need to check out the first one sometime.
Next game. Space Journalism. This looks fun.
That's definitely for you there.
Yeah, this looks fun. Meet over 100 alien weirdos in times and galaxy. A space journalism adventure. Like, look at all the different characters. I feel like this is a great game for like multiple people to sit there and have this screen shared and play on stream and just be stupid. Yeah, it's very weird. Coming
some
in
of
June.
the shit they're talking about. It's definitely not a kid's game, that's for sure.
No, it's not. No. Yeah. There's space lizards, goo people. Step into the shoes of a shiny new robo-intern for the system's most trusted hollow paper. That's hilarious.
You said space lizards. I'm sold now.
Yeah, I know. Next, there is a update coming that's out now for Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
It's the laboratory update. Will challenge your survival skills with 2 new characters, 2 new stages, 2 new weapons, and 1 new evolution, and 1 new passive. 6 new achievements. There you go, Spencer. More achievements for you.
I haven't played this in so long.
I know.
I definitely need to play more of it sometime.
That would be a cool one. People would watch you stream this.
Want to see Vampire Survivors? Let me know. I definitely consider it.
But first, we need to do our Aladdin or Lion King game.
Oh yeah, we'll do that soon.
Yes.
But
that's the last thing. Vampire Survivors. That was probably their big thing. They're like, guess right now there's an update for Vampire Survivors. Woo! I mean, it's ID at Xbox, so these are the games you're gonna get. You know, you're not gonna get the AAA games right now. So that's not till June, folks. Which we'll be, as that gets closer, we'll definitely be talking about that and our predictions and everything, especially so.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna have special coverage for that since that's gonna be a huge thing. So much stuff going on there. Probably have either special streams or videos for each of those events since there is so many and so much to look forward to there. You know, we have Summer Games Fest there. You have your Xbox showcase where it looks like that they announced the time for, and then right after that, it looks like they're gonna show off the new Call of Duty. Only interested in it if it's coming to Game Pass.
Correct. I think. Well, I'll say this now. I think also at that Call of Duty thing, they're gonna announce all the old Call of Duties hitting Game Pass.
That, and they have potential for such a huge showcase there. We'll see what happens. And then we also have a date for, I think, Ubisoft sometime then as well. Yeah, so I don't know who else Monday. We have. So lots of stuff to look forward to there.
Yep.
I do want to mention, just touch on the last topic. We're not going to get deep into it, but there was a very interesting Switch 2 rumor that came out about about compatibility, that you could use older Pro controllers with it. It looks like there may be some debate about if it's going to support old Joy-Cons or not. I've been hearing there's been mixed things about that, so hence the might not. But what's really interesting though is that sounds like the Switch 2 is going to have magnetic Joy-Cons.
I don't like it.
So
don't like it. But we'll get into it. I think it's gonna, too many things can go wrong. As someone recently told me, the more features something has, the more things can go wrong with it.
That's bad for anyone with a pacemaker.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like magnetic can do magnetism does so much to so much different shit in your household, electronic wise, signal wise. Like Yeah, I do not like this idea at all, Nintendo. I hope it's not
fair.
true.
That's fair.
But since we have a little bit more time, there's another
I
thing.
will say, though, I do
go
want to
ahead.
say, though, I am very happy, though, that it's at least saying here that
The backwards.
across multiple places is that you can use the current Pro controller.
Yeah.
So that means that at least I won't have to buy any new controllers.
That's
It's fine,
exactly
it's
right.
all good. Because, you know, unlike their shitty current Joy-Cons, Pro controllers are actually good.
Yes.
So,
But
but anyway, what do you want to...
I was going to finish with Starfield.
Oh, right.
It's gone on there for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, because you deleted it.
I don't know what happened there. But Starfield.
Control Z,
right
bring
here.
it back.
There it is. It's back now.
We do have a Starfield update with lots of... Is there a summary here of it?
Probably on their website.
I'm looking. All right. So, like, please stick with mechanical connects and add slide-in magnetic adapters for the new stuff. Sure. Good for it there.
So, yeah, there is. There's a document here. It's really annoying. It's asking me to enter my birth date for all the different like videos and stuff they're showing.
Okay, there we go. So the big thing is they're highlighting surface maps, which, I mean, sure, having a map is cool, but I never felt like I don't know. A lot of people complain about not being able to find stuff.
I didn't care about that as much either. I think
But,
the
like,
cooler stuff.
cool
that's
they're
coming-
there.
Yeah, I think the cooler stuff that's coming is the new gameplay options.
Right.
The way you can
that's
customize your
that's cool.
difficulty.
You can
essentially.
customize your difficulty. We're now having interior ship customization.
That's cool too.
We're now having a lot of different options now for different
Display.
display
You'll be able to get
settings
60
with
frames,
Series
60
X.
FPS for Series X. Which would be nice.
It looks like they're having new stuff with New Game Plus here, which
There's
is
also
cool.
going to be uncapped. You'll be able to do uncapped, which will be nice because I'll be able on PC be able to uncap that shit and go all the way up to like 120.
in addition to new features.
The-
Lots of quality of life improvements. So I know they're talking about changing how the minis work. So
Yep. They're also going to be changing. One thing I don't know. I still haven't gotten to this point, Spencer. I know you either have gotten to it or are close. Hey, what's up, Castro? Of the new game plus, where you go through the thing and you basically start over. They're talking about being able to respec your guy a little bit with which will be nice for some people.
Well, I think that's cool because it makes
Yeah.
each one feel fresh than being
Yes.
OP with your thing. Like, I mean, I like that you'd have the option, right? Do you want to stick with your character or do you want to respec it? I think that's a great idea there.
Yes.
To answer your question, I'm like 1 or 2 missions away from that. I intentionally stopped at that main point of the main story where I did almost all the main story stuff, but I stopped to take care of other things and explore other
Got you. Yeah, I need to get back into it. After watching that video that you sent me, this video, I definitely am going to get back into the game.
It has me tempted to get into it. Question is, do I want to continue with my character or start a new one? So
Yeah, for me, I would obviously... Let me know what you do, because I would I mean, I'll sit there and play it for hours. You know, we did that when it first came out, and we can stream it and share our gameplay and just sit there and play
absolutely.
Starfield. The biggest thing that they showed in the video that was going around for the May update that doesn't seem like they say in this one.
Castro, we are talking about Starfield as our last topic here, as they are talking about a bunch of a big update that is coming out May 15th for everybody. It's right now in some Steam beta, but Xbox users, Game Pass users gets it May 15th, which it's making some nice changes to the game.
Yes.
They've also confirmed Shattered Space expansion is this fall, which I do have paid for already because I bought the premium.
Yeah, you
as well.
did.
You did too.
Yes, I did.
And they also confirmed near the end of that video too, we're going to get vehicles. We're going to get
Which
their first land vehicle.
For me, like everyone was bitching, why don't we get land vehicles? Like I'm okay that we didn't have them, but it'll definitely be cool to have them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take whatever we get, but like I thought the vast majority of complaints for Starfield I thought was dumb.
Yeah,
so.
because if you've ever played Fallout, it's the same freaking thing essentially. Because it's, you know, a wasteland. You're going through a wasteland. You know?
For me, is like, you know, people love Fallout. And we're seeing that now because of this resurgence, right? But for me, I've said this before. Like, I'm not massive into Fallout. Like, I'm a very casual Fallout fan.
Yeah.
And so I felt like, though, mechanic-wise, Starfield had so many of its mechanics. But obviously, the thing that drew me in was the whole space element versus it being a wasteland.
Exactly.
So,
I understand that.
But my point, though, is that in most of the game, to me, it felt like a reskin of Fallout, but in space.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. If you've played Fallout and like it, you'll enjoy this. And if you play this Starfield and enjoy it, you'll enjoy the Fallout games most.
Sure.
Especially 4 because of the base building and outpost building and stuff.
Right. The only thing is, but like, I mean, the other reason why I got more into Fallout, though, or not Fallout, oh my god, Starfield, is because it includes a lot of elements from both Fallout and Skyrim,
yes, and Elder Scrolls,
and they included just a bunch of different stuff there, which was cool.
Mm-hmm. That's making me want to go play it tonight, possibly. But might as well wait for the update to come out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks Thursday, which is today.
Yep.
Which is, no, 2 weeks Wednesday. Today. Yeah, 2 weeks today. The 15th, yep. Yeah, for you it's still, it's the second now.
Yeah.
On your, because you're in Eastern time zone.
In the correct time zone.
Correct.
So, but yeah, no, Starfield looks cool. Looking forward to more stuff from that, because I didn't really enjoy what I played. I just got distracted with other stuff.
There's so much.
I was super into it.
Mm-hmm.
I was super into it when it came out. Like, I played so much of that game. Like, it was crazy how much hours I spent playing that like 1 week. And I think part of the reason maybe that's why I stopped playing, because I maybe played so much during that
burned
first
yourself
week or
out, yeah.
That I maybe did burn myself out a little bit because of how much I played it. But that also shows how good it is. It's just a personal me problem where I can't play so much of one thing for so much or whatever. I can't be hyper focused, I guess.
Which game are you and Ronnie J talking about? Oh, Sonic.
He's talking about the new Sonic game.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
2 weeks. Get ready for a surprise. What?
Oh,
what were you getting
keep an eye
in 2
out.
weeks? All right, we'll keep an eye out. All right. But anything else anybody want to talk about, really?
I don't really have anything topic wise, really. I mean,
neither do I, really.
I mean, we're all done.
Yeah.
No, there's been quite a bit of good stuff out there lately, but I'll probably save most of it for like future picks of the week and stuff like that.
Perfect.
I've been quite happy with some of the stuff I've been seeing lately. There's been some good shows I've been enjoying, some good games. There's been a good amount of content out there, for lack of a better term. So yeah, I mean, not too much. Yeah, so I don't really have anything. I'll just say I don't really normally do this on here, but I just real quick, rest in peace, Dallas Penn. He passed away. I believe he passed away today. I just heard about that this morning. So I posted a video on the Discord. It was like one of the first videos I remember from him and Rafi when they were the internet celebrities. The hilarious video on kind of making fun of the how do I put this? Well, it's about bodegas, right? So it's like if you live in the city and you've been to one, you know what it is. But in any case, yeah, rest in peace, Dallas Penn.
All right.
I'm not the guy that does the big eulogies and shit like that, right? I'm not the.
Yeah. We got you. You're good. Ronnie J. I like some war games. Just depends on what the game is. I play lots of different kinds of games. I don't have anything else to talk about either. So I think we'll just go ahead and
before we end it here. All right. Since summer's coming and I have the ability to live stream and stuff, I'm doing all sorts of cool stuff over on the Dingiston now about you.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of editing a new, I'm not calling it a comic club, but it's essentially what I did for a comic club. And so I need to get back to editing some of that video, but keep an eye out for a video next week But before that video, I am doing my first ever live stream sort of actual show. I mean, we did a live stream special, but like an actual show I'm doing on there, where I'm hoping it to be a weekly or bi-weekly show where I have a different guest every time, or rotate through or whatever. And so I'm doing a cool show over there, which I've announced of where it is my older daily, like if anyone remember, my first ever video I did was like first main video beyond like my hey, welcome to Dinguston, was a daily Dingus video where it was like news stuff. Well, since I've then turned to more comic oriented stuff, I did do another daily Dingus video covering San Diego Comic-Con. But now sort of just my daily Dingus stuff is going to turn into being more live content there, talking about that, kind of like what we do here, but it's going to be a little more comic oriented. Going to try to get more guests in it. Also going to be integrating, talking about like what I read every week too. Because there's so much stuff I like to read that I just like the highlight, right? Much similar to like what we do with our picks of the week here. So if you very much like seeing what you see here, but which it very much is a lot side like this, but I'm just trying to integrate having on more different people to talk. So I'm going to be doing our first live show there Monday. I don't have a time yet. I'm trying to figure out a time, but I'm thinking of something like around the evening, like 6 p.m. ish Eastern. Okay. So keep an eye out for that. I do have a special. I have a guest locked in for the first episode there, so that's going to be very cool. Somebody I've been trying to get on the Dinguston for a bit now. We just haven't been able to figure out. I was like, hey, you want to just come on for the show here? And he's like, yeah, sure. So keep an eye out for that, where I'll be promoting that more tomorrow or the day after. So keep an eye out for lots of cool, fun Dinguston stuff to come out. And also lots of cool Redshirt stuff, as I'll also be streaming more games. Next time I have the free time to stream a solo game, I will be streaming another Crab's Treasure, which Griffin, I can't spell there, or spelling is optional on Twitch, has been streaming himself, and that game looks like so much fun. And so I can't wait to get into it over on Red Shirts Remastered over on Twitch. And maybe we'll do some Star Wars stuff too. It depends. It'd be cool, fun to figure out something Star Wars.
Maybe on Friday we'll do.
Well, there's definitely the
Fortnite
Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, so
I'm definitely looking forward to getting into that. But May the 4th, maybe there could be something that evening from one of us at least. It just depends.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Cool. All right. Well, everybody, say goodnight, everybody. Yeah.
Thanks for
have a good night, everybody, and see you all next time. For next time, we ramble on.
On Rambling Red Shirts here on Red Shirts Remastered. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of red shirts. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, what? You said
next time, hopefully, we would have revived the crew member that died.
Yes. Oh, look at that. My battery pack is perfect.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Laters.